My coach. Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here with you. I just got off the phone with my coach who called me and gave me a little pep talk. So I am nervously excited, but I am here to share with you a little bit about my gut health journey and story as a test group participant with Autumn's group that's going on right now. And I'm going to turn 48 on March 7th. So this program hit me at the very appropriate time, 2 to 3 years. Well, let me back up. I've been a coach for almost 7 years. I work full-time as a physical therapist. I have 2 middle school kids and a super supportive husband. So like all of you watching this, I am super busy. But for the past 2 or 3 years, even being a very active coach and helping so many women with their transformations, I was stuck. I was stuck in a rut with my own health and wellness, despite giving my workouts my all, despite being on plan 80 to 90% with my nutrition program. And I would wake up one day and my belly would be flat. And by 6 p.m., I would be bloated and feeling pregnant and have to take off my jeans that were so restrictive to put on like baggy sweatpants or leggings because I was so uncomfortable in my belly. Some of the other symptoms that I was having is like my weight would fluctuate 3 to 5 pounds within a day. And I kept thinking that that was normal. Like, Jen, you're getting older. That is normal. My energy was decreasing. I was relying a lot on caffeine, a lot on Energize. Carb cravings were going up, not necessarily sweets. I'm always a salty carb kind of girl. Energy dipping, not sleeping as well. I started waking up with more anxiety than I've been experiencing in the past couple of years, and my joints were aching. And I know that I'm not necessarily old enough to have arthritis, so I didn't know what was going on. I knew that there was some sort of inflammation, and luckily I have amazing resources with the Beachbody community, and I reached out to some of my closest friends that have more education in nutrition, and they were giving me all the tips and tricks and things to try. And I tried them all to the point where I felt so restricted that I was miserable. And I just like threw up my hands. And that sounds exactly like almost every single one of our prospects, right? They're watching all this stuff on social media and kind of sharing, like they're trying to try to share. They want to try everything that people are sharing. And that's what I was doing. I was talking to all of my friends that had like more knowledge about this, and it wasn't working because it wasn't a stepwise plan, right? And then a couple of months ago, I got an email saying, you've been invited, ooh, this is where I get emotional, you've been invited to be part of Autumn's test group for gut health. And I just, like this, just started sobbing. Those of you that know me know I'm an emotional girl, but I just started sobbing because I was like, this is it. I felt it all of a sudden, the pressure like let go. And I texted my good friend Erin Hopkins and I was like, you're not going to believe this, but I just got invited to the test group. And she's like, oh my God, Jen, this is everything for you. And I was like, yeah, it is. And I just knew that this was going to be the program that was going to be my transformation. It was going to be like my Emily Falver, like 80-day obsession, right? And I have shared every single day on my journey of this program. And within the first week, I was 4 pounds down and the 6 p.m. belly bloat was going away. And I started using the tracker that Autumn's created and was really paying attention to how my body was responding to different things because I had a plan, right? And that's how our clients feel. Like potential clients feel. They come to us because they've tried everything out there and they don't have a plan. They're like flinging spaghetti at the wall, right? And Autumn has created this beautiful platform, this beautiful program that gives us a stepwise approach to potentially solve your gut-related issues if it's due to some sort of sensitivity. This is my 4-week transformation. And of course, that transformation is continuing. The pictures aren't exactly the same because the picture on the right after 4 weeks, that was at my parents' house. And I'll share that story in a little bit. But this is 9 pounds gone, 9 pounds of inflammation, 9 pounds of weight gone, and 8 pounds, it's 9 pounds now, 8 pounds and 9.75 inches gone. And again, the biggest thing for me was the belly bloat and the energy. And this, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this or not, but I've been sharing it in the test group. For the first time in over 5 years, I had a pain-free menstrual cycle. I was like, what the heck just happened? Like, I didn't have any pain at all, any cramps, any joint pain, any low back pain. And I was like, holy moly, that was just like, it's unheard of. And everything else was regular with my cycle, but that. And I was like, wow. And I've experienced so much more energy. And now I'm at the reintroduction phase where I am. Yes, results will vary based off of your efforts. But now I'm at the point where I'm reintroducing some things and really paying attention to how my body is responding. But those pictures, the reason that the pictures weren't the same in the same room with the same setup is because 3 weeks into this journey, my daughter got COVID for the second time, followed by strep, followed by a trip to Idaho to go skiing. So 5 days of travel in Idaho, trying to do this journey with a sick daughter. And then as soon as we were leaving for Idaho, we got the call that my dad was readmitted to the hospital with COVID, and he has lupus. So my sister kind of held down the fort while we finished our trip in Idaho. And as soon as I landed on that Sunday night, I got in the car, settled my family, and got in the car and went to take care of my dad, who had just gotten out of the hospital. So that's why the pictures were a little bit different. So that last week, obviously, because of the stress from travel and my dad and my daughter being sick, I did not lose any weight, but I still felt amazing and I felt in control because I had a plan. And I want to tell you that this program has been life-changing for me. Like, this has been such an amazing program to allow me as a coach 7 years in that was feeling like a fraud, and to give her hope back and to have a plan and to know that I'm getting results now, and that now I can turn around like I'm going to teach you and share it with so many people that have these issues. So I don't work my business in an hour. I do still work full-time as a physical therapist. So I don't do an hour. I don't do a power hour or an action hour. I take chunks of time and plug in and do the things from this amazing checklist that Beachbody has provided us. And sometimes I use the written one, and sometimes I use the digital tracker. But I thought it was really powerful for you guys to hear my story too, and just the changes that our programs can really have, especially if you go all in. And, Erin, she's one of my closest friends here in Charleston, and she's like, Jen, follow it to a T, document and share your journey. So in my Instagram, jen.hines, you can see a highlight from the day that I had that conversation with Erin. Like she said, you go live and show that emotion and get people connected to your story. Because if you're feeling that way, so many people in your audience are feeling that way too. And I'm coachable. Erin will tell you I am coachable. So I immediately did Success Leave Clues, immediately did what she said and created a highlight and went live. And I have shared almost too much on my journey along the way. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to first purchase this program for yourself and go all in with it. And one of the things that I'm hearing from some coaches is that I don't have any gut issues. And then I start probing them. And this is what I'm doing is I'm educating my team. I'm educating my clients. I'm educating my followers about what some of the symptoms of poor gut health are, because it's not just bloating and constipation and irregular bowel movements and diarrhea and gas. It's also achy joints. It can be skin-related issues. It can be anxiety. It can be uncontrollable sugar cravings. It can be skin issues. There's so many different things that our gut, brain fog. There's so many other things that our gut contributes to that people don't know. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm educating people on my social media. I'm educating my